Oh. And that was the noise that marked the start of the video.
And that was the noise that started it up.
And then I'm sorry, I talked right through it. Do that one more time. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm messing with...
Fuck you.
Okay, one more last time. Hello, welcome back to the Small Space Podcast.
And my name is Trae, and I can say real words. And
Yeah.
and welcome back.
Yeah.
Shawn died,
What?
and this is his alternatively gifted cousin, Shawn.
I already
so
know.
loud?
Always.
I'm
Because you're yelling
always-
directly into your mic.
I'm just so excited to be here and to talk about stuff.
Well, we just, it's like I need to be closer,
And I need to be further away.
and we're never going to find that balance.
Nope, never.
Not in the current setup.
Probably not. Maybe
No.
one day.
One day. I like the ideas of like what I see eventually. Money.
Separate your into two sounds. I will only agree to things like that from now on. Hey,
Yeah.
Troy, can I have the sandwich? Perfect. I love your timing.
Because at first you never know if it is you're about to agree with it or if you're just judging me. I wonder if that picked up my knee exploding just now.
Possibly. You know what you should do? Explode with clicks on that subscribe button if you have not. And also, do that everywhere that you can possibly do it. I read somewhere that you should talk about making people come back early, so this is me trying to make you come back early.
Oh, you didn't know you should do that
I
ahead of
did.
time?
I just don't remember things when we're talking about them.
All right. Oh, you know what?
What's that?
No, I'm not going to do that to you. I changed my mind.
Did you want to do something?
Huh?
Did you want to do something?
No, I was going to point something out,
Yeah.
and I decided not to. Because I'm a good friend. You're fine.
I don't know what it is, but maybe one day I'll know.
Maybe one day. It doesn't matter
Oh,
to me.
does it matter to me?
I think so. Do you like to have the back in the day?
Yeah,
I'm already setting up like transitions in my head. You should be so proud.
I am already proud.
Back in the day, like in the realm of like Super Nintendo, did you like to be player number 1 or player number 2?
You know, I really don't mind.
Yeah, you like to be player number 1. Don't lie.
No.
You like to be player number
I mean,
1.
if I guess if I have a choice,
Just toss that away, then we don't need that money anymore.
there's no money in there. I'm broke as fuck
right.
forever.
I don't even carry a wallet. I have so little money.
What is a wallet?
What?
I actually replaced my wallet because I broke one.
You broke a wallet?
I broke a wallet.
I don't know the term break.
Means that it would go into separate pieces, right?
Well,
It did that.
no.
Oh, well, that's
term
what I think. when I
break
break.
is to more like hard solids rather than a soft solid like a wallet. I would think you like tore it
I mean, it was
or
in,
ripped it.
it after an impact. It was in separate pieces.
That doesn't
So
make any sense. It's cloth
It was weak cloth.
of a type.
It was weak.
I assume leather, but probably fake. Absolutely
Sure.
fake.
I mean, no, actually, it was a pretty nice wallet. Oh, it was a pretty nice wallet. Oh. Hey, my dad got me that wallet.
Well, good for him.
God damn it.
What a nice guy. So, did you like to be player number 1 or player number 2?
I mean, I guess you're gonna force me to say player number 1. So
No, I'm not going to force you to say it, but I'm just saying in this situation, you mentioned liking to be player number 1, and you set it up today.
Where I'm Mike number 2.
And you're player number 2 today. He's a Sharon boy.
I'm a mad boy.
I don't want to. Oh my god, that's what my youngest nephew does.
That's what all children do.
No, because I've seen other kids exactly his age that don't do that. I mean, they do it, but
Right.
not like
Not like
as
he does
their
it.
form of communication always.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow. That's interesting point of conversation.
so speaking of player number 1 and player number 2,
Player number 1, the movie.
no,
Oh.
let me have my thing.
Go ahead.
Because otherwise we'll never come back to it. Did you ever see the show Home Improvement, starring Tim Allen and
Unfortunately.
other people as well?
Unfortunately, yes, I did.
I think his wife's name was Jill. Is that right?
I don't know. I watch good
Jill.
television.
Tim and Eric. His wife's name was Eric.
Oh yeah.
He had the one neighbor that you only saw like from his nose up.
What was his name? Wilson.
Oh man, you know what? I just tried to make that into a joke, and I said it entirely correctly. I was gonna say you could only see him from his nose down, but you could see him from his nose up. And I was gonna be like, he was the guy that was like, "Hello," because that's how he talks. Anyway, you know this show? Yeah, I think his name was like Wilson.
Unfortunately, yes, I know of the show you're speaking of.
Let me give you a hypothetical.
Okay.
Let's say hypothetically, oh my God. Let's say hypothetically it's 1994 and you're there.
Wow, that's before I was breathing.
I said and you're there.
And I'm here.
That's why I said, oh my God. As I was about to set it up, I was like, oh, you
actually weren't there.
You actually weren't there.
Nope.
And that's why that works. It's because you never know.
Anyway. In 1994, where
1994, hypothetically 1994, you're living in weird times.
Right.
We have the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And video games for it.
Yep.
Such as.
Yeah.
The hit classic. Home Improvement.
Wow.
The game.
Wow.
You didn't see that coming, did you? For
I
like the
didn't.
past 2.5 minutes.
I honestly did not, actually. That was like... I was like, I one time met this guy that did that. And then you were like, oh, hey, somebody make a video game of this shitty television show.
Somebody did that exactly.
Made a video game of a shitty television show.
And,
a very shitty show, I might add, in my opinion.
I mean, I've seen the entire thing like 3 times.
Like the entire series? Like
Yeah.
all of it?
Yeah.
Why did you watch it beginning to end that many times?
My father.
Ah.
My father was a carpenter.
That watched Home Improvement.
Yes. And his father before
You
him.
should have found them better daytime TV.
Well, I don't think it was daytime TV. They were carpenters. They worked during the daytime.
I'm sorry.
But
4:30 in the afternoon.
I'm going to kill you in your sleep. Oh, wait. I didn't say any of that.
You
That was in
already-
the test.
Yeah, you already threatened me with that.
That wasn't in the
text.
actual podcast.
Right.
Oh, whoops. I mean,
yeah,
am I right?
Please make sure that I'm not dead. Anybody that knows where I live, please come here and make sure that I am breathing tomorrow.
So, I'm not going to kill you in sleep, all right? So, here's
Please
the thing.
check.
So, I have like a rule. Not even a rule, but
Like a...
I just an opinion. There we go.
That's a strong word.
It's a strong opinion too. So it's
tell me
like
about
double level. Don't make hey guys that make video games and especially the ones that make them based on like movies and TV shows. Don't do that.
Hey, you remember how that one time we made that game about Home Improvement on the Super Nintendo?
And they're like, shh.
That's an example of why...
Bag over your head, and you're just like...
That's an example why we should make none of those games ever again.
Yeah. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
What are you gonna do? Play the fucking movie? That's why I saw it.
So it's like a... it's a TV show, which is
which
the
is
worst
even worse.
part.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, now, hold on. Let's take a couple steps back. Because there's some pretty fun games that were based off TV shows and movies.
All right. Give me 3 examples.
Okay. 1. When I was a child, I fucking loved Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
I thought you were about to say, I loved that Blue's Clues game. It was fun.
I did play it as a child, but it wasn't fun. It was
Right.
aggravating. But I did like that Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo and the... No.
And the Cyber Chase. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Toy Story for Nintendo 64.
I'm just letting you go. I'm not going to comment until you're done.
I like that game.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 2. Great game. The first Spider-Man game where you could walk on the ground and not die. Super fun.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you Spider-Man. I didn't play the other 2. So.
You didn't miss much. But Spider-Man 2, good.
Oh, I didn't miss much, but they were worth being made into games.
In my opinion.
I
But my
think so.
opinion holds no weight to anyone else.
You know how like every other week I'm like, I'm going to be super not critical anymore this week. And then the following week I'm like, that guy was an idiot last week.
Hey,
I can say this
that
because I'm
guy.
critical now of the guy that was here last week in my chair.
Look who's
He was
speaking now.
Hey, well, you know what? I don't even. All right.
To be fair,
I'm
you
gonna
are
be
the one
nicer.
that rapes people's ear holes.
You do that all the time. Like,
I don't mean
consistently.
to, though.
I do it like at a moment.
But
and then it's done.
One's accidental.
It's fun.
And one's scary.
Yeah.
Like the water bottle raping.
Anyway,
Of
that was hilarious.
2018. Did that happen this year? Yeah, that was only a couple weeks ago.
All of the podcast episodes have happened this year.
In 2018?
Yeah, we started in January.
Oh my god. I could have sworn we had done it earlier.
No, we haven't been. We started talking about it like in November.
But
I
the
think
first episode was in January, which means that this is the 10th week of the podcast.
it's the 10th episode. We didn't even say it at the beginning.
I did that on purpose.
We're double-digit boys.
I did that on purpose. That was totally what I meant to do and bundle into that. So happy 10 weeks to Small Space. In this 10 weeks, we've had, believe it or not, 10 episodes. Wow.
Wow, that's what happens when you do one episode a week.
Who would have thought that math would have worked in the way that it works, that we know it works already currently?
Who
What a thunk it.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
You know what I did do with dogs?
Who played with them?
Not where I was going with that, but sure.
You dance.
I was going to refer
you-
back to an earlier quote.
Okay. You yeah.
Something about
Yeah.
wet dogs.
Something about.
White
Do you even
vans.
know the quote? It's our own quote.
I do know the quote.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know the quote.
Something about it.
Something about squeezing a wet dog on a white van.
I didn't get a water before this, and
I didn't either.
I'm feeling the effects
Eh,
already.
I am not.
Well, that's just great.
So let's talk about something of actual value. Today I was driving, and I passed a mattress firm.
I'm sorry that Home Improvement, the game, 1994 Super Nintendo that actually exists in the world, I didn't even get to talk about what it was.
Garbage.
Because it's not of value to him.
It's not of
so
value.
I guess I'm
Hey,
done.
when was the last time you played Home Improvement on Super Nintendo? Precisely my point. Back to something of value. You gonna go get a water? Because there's some in the bottom of the fridge. So I'll continue talking while he rudely leaves and left me to do the podcast by myself. Wow, what a bitch. So I was driving today, and I was driving in a car that is not my car, because my car is currently messed up, but we'll get into that when Shawn decides to quit being a woman and come back and sit down so we can have an actual conversation on this podcast where we both talk. Because I was waiting on you so we can have
talk of stuff of
a
value.
valuable conversation.
You can talk about valuable things without me.
That makes it not valuable because you're the value. See that?
I got you a water,
I really appreciate it. Such a
even though on my way back I heard you call me a lady, and I should have taken it back for that.
That's a
but-
compliment, actually. Women are way better than men. They can have babies, and we can't.
Have you met a baby before? Like,
They're real dumb, but think about it, man. That's another human. We don't do anything. We're
I
just
mean,
like, "Ah, thank you,
like,
appreciate it.
but like so the thing that they do. Oh, look who's anyway. The thing that they do
Mhm.
is super cool.
Yep. The product of it.
But after they're done, it's like
Right. Not something I'm down for, right?
And then that's what it sounds like for years. And then they grow up, and then they become like some guy.
give me
and,
things.
and that starts just walking around like still because he doesn't know what he's doing with his life.
Can you buy me stuff?
I'm not talking about myself for sure. Can you buy me stuff? That's been me lately.
You know what wasn't me today? Someone inside of a mattress firm, which is what I saw while I was driving earlier.
Wow.
Who have you ever seen in a mattress firm?
Not gonna lie, a few people
Yeah.
in the last week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of depressing.
I feel like they know that we're onto them, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get people in the doors, man." They're just like painted.
Wait.
They're mannequins.
But wait.
What if that's actually the thing?
I was about to say legitimately, I've never seen anybody in a mattress firm until we started talking about it, and then I saw someone in a mattress firm.
Okay,
that
I do have to throw out.
Is that
before you
synchronicity?
get
Like-
to no, because we're not the only ones talking about it.
True, very true.
It is like a thing that's been coming up,
And a lot of people say things about it. Yeah.
I found it on trending on Twitter.
Right. So it's not a small
So
thing.
like,
Right, but I also like legitimately had never seen anybody in there until very recently, like
Yeah.
until today, and I
What?
am 20 years old, which isn't very old.
and mattress firm has been around
But-
years.
I've legitimately never seen one inside of one in all of those years that I've been alive, that it existed. So yeah, I went car shopping today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because yesterday my mom called me while I was just hanging out having a good time, and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, just hanging out with Cole and Caitlin, two really cool people that you need to meet, Shawn. And I was like, just hanging out,
That's a weird thing to call your mom.
just hanging out." And she was like, "Oh, so they're totaling your car?" And I was like, "Oh, interesting." Because if you did know, my car was a little broken in a couple ways.
I knew
You knew.
a couple. Like it worked.
But it had some problems.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, "You know what? Fuck it. No, I'm good. I don't really want to. It's going to be way too much work, so we'll just give you a little bit of money for it." So yeah, I went car shopping today.
So that reminds me
Mm.
of I had a car
Yep.
back in the day
Right?
that was a 1996 Buick Skylark,
Mm.
and
Sounds luxurious.
it's not. It was my first car, and before it was my car,
Yep.
it was my mother's car
Right?
that was parked in the carport exclusively. And one night, we hear that there's
Here.
gonna be some rain, and the car needs washing. And
Right.
she's like,
Let's just.
I have an idea.
Oh.
We can. How about we? How about we?
What the fuck was that?
Oh, she was eating like tacos.
Ah, so she inhaled like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Cut her esophagus. It was not pretty.
Mm.
And so anyway, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave the car out of the carport, out, so exposed to the world
Right?
and everything therein."
Mm. Hmm?
And so we did that. We just backed it on out,
Right?
one car length,
Mm-hmm.
approximately how long the carport is.
Hmm.
So we just get it on, boop, right on, boop, boop, right on out. Just boop, we're getting it right on out of that carport.
Hmm?
Just enough
Right?
that the rain would hit it and wash away its pain and misery of dirt and pollen.
Because fuck dirt and pollen.
That became more than just a little bit of rain.
Mm-hmm.
Became a storm
Mm-hmm.
that first knocked out all of the power in the entire town.
Right?
Um,
Good.
Yeah, good. So we're hanging out.
Who needs electricity?
We're hanging out in
Yeah.
the dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's storming. Not, I mean, it was,
Probably kind of, in a way, nice.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. Got some candles lit,
Yeah.
I think, at this point.
It's kind of like chill, I guess.
Yeah.
To an extent.
So we're hanging out, and power's out, just listening to the storm. It's not too crazy,
Yeah.
and then it stops. Like it just stops. And we're like, well, all right. And then we hear what sounds like the earth being rolled up into like a sushi roll
Oh.
from far away,
Mm.
coming towards us.
Hmm.
And it's getting louder. And we realize,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Don't think that's a tornado,
Right?
which is fine. But it's a wall of like golf ball size hail.
Hmm.
and we could just hear it getting closer and closer and louder, and then it hit. I feel like you're not actually listening because you're thinking about all the noises you want to make.
No. Golf ball sized hail's pretty big.
Golf ball sized hail is pretty big. Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
And then it hit everything.
And it hit all of it. And
All of the
this
things
is the one night
ever.
that we
The
decided
Buick
to
Skylark.
leave the 1996 Buick Skylark.
Buick Skylark. Come on down there.
Buick Skylark.
Come on down to Rex Auto Black South Broadway. Pick up 1996 Buick Skylark today.
We got a 1996 Buick Skylark right over here. It's the only car we have for sale.
And then there's that one guy
It
at the end.
our livelihood depends on you taking this car home today.
Oh, and there's that one guy at the end. Like, we are. You can't sue us if your car's fucked up.
Please take our car home today and give us money. Look at my kids. They haven't eaten in weeks. Come on, Timmy, get in the shot. He can't walk on camera because he's not got any legs anymore.
That kid's fat. That's a fat
Come by the Buick Skylark. So the hill hit.
Right.
And my father runs out into a golf ball. Like, it's not just like every now and then, a really big piece
Yeah,
of
no,
it's-
it was like
that's-
continuously.
It replaced
that
all
size.
of the rain.
Mm.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of hail.
That does sound bad.
It looked like snow on the ground
Except for it wasn't.
because it was just balls of ice.
Right. That's kind of a terrifying concept. That balls of ice literally just randomly fall from the sky.
Yeah.
The
Anyway, so we Dad, my father,
we stood there and watched as
we
he ran
said,
outside.
"Oh wow!"
Fuck that. That's what we said.
And he goes out, gets in the car, pulls it forward, and just before he gets under the carport, with the front of the car, we see the mirror on the passenger side just like explode. And we're like, cool, that's fine.
Good.
And he pulls it up. Yada, yada, yada. Next day, there's dents all over.
Right.
From front to back.
the hail.
Naturally, because golf ball sized hail
Right.
that replaced all the rain does that.
Like I keep making it known, it replaced the rain. It was like it was rain and then nothing and then literal ice in chunks the size
And
of
only-
balls that people hit for hundreds of yards for points, falling from the sky, damaging literally all things that existed.
So it was a 1996
Buick Skylark.
1996 Buick Skylark. And this is probably 2005-ish, something like that. 2006, 2007
Sounds good.
neighborhood.
Dates don't matter that much.
Nope. But the
Except
car
to old
is,
people.
except for the value of the car, which is the point.
It's sentimental.
No, the financial value of the car.
Oh,
Let me get there.
go ahead.
Thanks. Car was fine. It just had little tiny dents, not even big dents. Just, you could look and be like, that's a lot of dents, and then that was it. And it totaled the car. And so they said, you can choose door number 1, which is this much money, and we take your car. You're familiar with this process.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can choose door number 2, which is slightly less money and keep the car. That works. We did that.
Smart. We didn't do that.
Just a little to fix all the little dents. They were
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's going to cost more than you would buy another one of those for. So we're like, cool. We'll pass.
Yeah. They didn't give us that option. They were like, hey,
That sucks.
go get your shit out of your car. Because we're taking it. So I went and got all my shit out of my car. Surprisingly, didn't have that much. Mostly just, junk.
Speaking of storms, I did it. I did the thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of storms, we had one. When was it? Last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend.
Something like that.
Somewhere around there.
you might not have.
Nope. I mean, it rained, but it was like the kind of rain that would just made sleep nice, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me... It was like, what was it, 3, 4 a.m., something like that.
Pretty late.
I woke up to very loud thunder
Mm-hmm.
and crazy lightning outside my my window.
Crazy lightning.
And I was just like, ooh, wow. That was it. And I was just watching.
Ooh, wow.
And it was one of those, it's like the same kind of thing. This is kind of peaceful, you know? And
there was like a weird like calmness to storms,
yeah.
you know?
Then it starts raining a little bit, and I was like, yeah, it's even better.
Yeah, good shit.
And then hail, because it's always hailing.
And then hail broke loose.
And then hail just
opened up and came out on the earth. Satan himself run around streets.
I just picture him like running around with little balls of ice in his hand, which is funny because the devil. But he's running around. He's just like, "Woo!"
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Throwing him at my window because I could hear it.
Fuck your window and your 1996 Buick Skyline.
No, he switches to the voice too. Your window and your 1996 Buick Skylark.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I hear the hail, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And then it just like goes like all hell broke loose, and I was like, oh no, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Like the window is like a long window that's the entire like length of the bed, and I was like, I don't like laying next to this. Something's gonna like break the window. I'm gonna get glass and hail and water all over me. I don't want any of that. And so I get up and go into the kitchen, and by the time I make it there, it's like it's a bad storm. And then I like look out the window, and I was like, oh, there's already like an inch of water like up to the back door.
Wow.
Like that, and you can't see the rain. The rain is like hitting the back door. Like there's a covered porch, and the rain's hitting the door.
Right.
Because it's just going sideways. And I was like, oh man. I got real close to waking everybody up and being like, all right, we got to get in the closet.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Because we're going to die if we're not. But then it started to die down, and I was like, all right. And then it was it. It was pretty
chill,
short as far as, storms go.
Right.
Next morning, I get up, and I go out front just to kind of look around, thinking, surely there's like limbs and stuff down, and it looks all right.
Yeah.
We have some lawn chairs under the carport, and one of them was like totally folded up and like a few feet away from where it was. I was like, all right, that's not bad. Trash can at the end of the driveway for the garbage people to pick up was just like knocked over. I'm like, cool. And then I was like, oh, let me go look in the backyard.
Right.
So in the backyard, we had this very like high quality, sturdy tent building kind of thing, like very large tent with like made with like large metal pipes that are like driven into the ground.
Right.
And we used as like a storage building. Lots of boxes and decorations and papers and books and stuff out there. And the tent was in the trees above where we left it the night before. And that was like the only thing. You look around and all the neighbors and everything's fine, but that is in the trees. Right. And we're like, So I woke up my sister and I was like, hey, this is her place. Right. And that's her things out there. Right. And I was just like, you're probably going to want to just go ahead and get up so we can take care of this situation.
I have something interesting to show you.
Okay.
No, that's what you said to her. Did you get a fishing pole to get the tent down?
No.
That would have been the most creative way and probably what I would have attempted unnecessarily.
No, we got a ladder and put my nephew, not the 3-year-old, the 15-year-old.
That's where you fucked up.
In the tree, and he pushed it out, and I went over to the other side of the yard and pulled because it's a very large tent.
Right.
It was a lot. A lot of stuff got kind of ruined.
Damn.
We're alive,
That's good.
so it
Right.
matter. That's what matters.
Thankful for the health, but
If I just
kind of sucks about the everything else.
But I was just like, that's in the trees. How it was driven into
crazy
the
how
ground.
powerful.
Well, actually, it was funny because one of the stakes
Mm.
on the we'll call it the front corners,
Mm-hmm.
one of the stakes was still there, and the other one, the stake was gone, and a lot of the ground around it, like it looked like somebody took a big shovel and dug out a large hole, and that was gone.
That's
And these are stakes that are like they have like a huge spiral.
yeah. So then
You
it's
go
like it's
twist
pretty
into the ground,
grounded
and
down
it was,
there.
It was gone. So
Oh,
we're
wow.
like, oh wow.
That's kind of like stupid powerful. Like
Yeah.
wind gets crazy.
Yeah.
Earth's mad.
So
Throw shit.
nature's crazy. Oh man,
That was well. I didn't.
that was what. Yeah, I was
was
scared.
well.
I was like, I feel
Yeah,
like I've been
I
talking
figured
about
it
that
was
for
gonna-
way too long.
No, not too bad. There's something that I keep seeing on your screen, and I really want to just go ahead and jump to it.
What's that?
Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
So I watched the video.
Do you know?
Yeah.
You
so,
saw it?
So I mean, Cole had
Let's just
not
hold
heard
up. Lil Dicky has a new video out today. Yesterday
either
or
yesterday or
today?
today.
Yeah.
I think it was
Called
Freaky
Freaky
Friday.
Friday.
featuring Chris Brown.
And guests.
Jesus fuck, was it awesome?
I wasn't ready. I was like, okay.
It was so good. So Cole had never heard of Lil Dicky prior to
This video?
today. Him at all.
Oh my god.
And you had texted me and you were like, have you seen this new Lil Dicky video? And I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I was like, hey, let's watch this video. And we all watched it together. Wow.
It's so good.
So fucking hilarious. Like, I laughed audibly. Like, it was funny. But it was really good, too.
I just hate like at the beginning there's the whole bit about oh yeah, this is one of my favorite rappers. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. He's not a rapper. Well, yeah, he's like a fake rapper.
Yeah,
like, he's funny. He's not like a real
he
rapper.
He actually rap, but he's like funny though.
And then he makes like a very intentionally funny song. I'm like, you're
What a smart man.
what a smart man. I'm like, I count him as a real rapper,
I do too. He says some real shit.
but he also
is
is
funny. But
So-
some of his tracks says real shit. You know what I mean? Good dude. Good
Yeah,
dude. It was good. I liked it.
pillow talking.
Pillow Talk is great.
Yeah,
Uh,
not Zane's. We're still talking about Lil Dicky. I don't care about
Who?
Zane.
I'm sorry, who?
Zane. Malik.
Oh, that one guy that did that one thing
No.
years ago. Yeah.
That pillow talking song
I
that
think-
everybody loves.
He fell off the face. of
I'm
the
always
earth.
like, hey, have you heard pillow talking? And before I'm like, by Lil Dicky, they're like, oh yeah, Zane's, I love her. Bro. I'm like, no,
Mm-mm.
the other one.
I showed them that song too. The brain is so cute in that video.
Oh, the video. Oh my god,
It's so cute.
I feel like the video came out
Way late.
way.
They were like, how did
late.
you understand this song before the video? And you're like, you don't. You just like know the words and that people are talking. Some of the conversation's a bit muddled. Which it is.
I feel like I got.
The part, I always get confused about the part fuck with the war.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit confusing. There's a couple times. I would have to listen to it and be like, there.
I just listened to it a lot before the video came out,
Mm,
so I think
maybe.
somewhere along the way, that's my favorite song of his.
What's your favorite one?
Yeah.
I like Oh Well.
Oh well.
Oh Well's good.
Oh well.
Russell Westbrook on a Farm is good.
Professional rapper is good.
That one got overplayed though.
Yeah.
So did Save That Money.
Say that money got overplayed. And that one's like that one's one that to me doesn't work without the video.
I like it by itself.
Because by itself, I'm like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have as near as much like
Yeah,
impact.
but yeah, I still like it.
Yeah.
Molly, good one, featuring Brandon Urie.
Oh, yeah.
That man can
There's a lot of good
sang. Boy,
He's a singy boy.
he is a very singy boy.
He just what's the word I'm trying to look, leaked 3 seconds of a new Panic song. He was like live streaming or something.
Is he still doing everything by himself?
I don't know.
Because Death of a Bachelor was 100% him.
I don't know.
I would assume so, but I don't know.
And this, he was talking about like, basically whoever's producing it or whatever was like, I'd get in a lot of trouble if I did this. He's like, shut up, should I play it? He's like, no, I'll get in a lot of trouble. I can't. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna do it. It's my music. I don't care. And so he did 3 seconds of it where he hits a high B flat, and I'm like,
I know what that is.
yeah,
I can
it's
hear
a
that.
very high note.
I assumed it was because you were like, and I was like, oh, that means it was high. And I was like,
But he said that, and I was like, oh yeah, it's already time for like another album. I wasn't even ready.
Me either.
That's like the Yes equivalent of Legendary. You know, Legendary.
Yeah, from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Some people argue that show is better than The Office.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Some people are wrong.
Some people think that How I Met Your Mother is better than The Office.
How I Met Your Mother is a good show.
It is.
But
it's
it's
a great
not
show.
better than
But
The
it's not
Office.
better than The Office. In no way, shape, fashion, or form is it better than The Office.
Yeah.
And I am willing to argue that literally until I cannot breathe anymore.
Which is a long time.
I can breathe a lot.
I've been doing it since I was born.
Guess what? I know how to breathe real well.
Guess-
Watch. And those for you that can't watch, listen.
It's like, guess what? I know how to breathe so well.
I can breathe and argue.
Can you breathe like a very excited dog?
I know why people don't listen to our podcast. We are literal cancer.
No. No.
We are literally not.
I don't think. So here's the thing. I'm basing this off of the fact that I watch some podcasts that are definitely worse than this one, but I am entertained by those as well.
I do not. I think the most hectic one I watch is SB7. And it's not that hectic most of the time. Steve,
This week was
I
was
watched the one with Markiplier.
yeah.
Okay, I did watch that one.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey, I've got a question for you.
What's that?
I said I wasn't gonna bring it up on here, but I got it. And it's
Oh,
just kind of
no.
like a thought.
I don't want you to ask.
You don't want me to ask it? I'm gonna ask the world. Hey
I know you
guys, I just was curious. I was thinking the other day. It looks like you're about to like totally just stop. Like, no, you're not asking. I'm pausing the podcast.
No, go ahead. Do you?
Why are you so upset about this?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, were there multiple, don't laugh too much, not yet. Were there multiple wars in the first Star Wars movie? Because if not, the title seemed either just incorrect or a little ambitious. You know? Because it's plural with an S. But you know how dumb Star Wars sounds? Do you ever see that movie Star Wars? He's really not gonna talk to me about this for some reason. Oh, probably because it's not a value. Am I right, guys? Wow, we only do high value content here. What do you want to talk about then? Hey, if you think Star Wars sounds like a dumb title and that Star Wars is a little ambitious, put it in the comments so Trae can talk about something else now. Use your mouth words.
So speaking of movies,
Oh, good, a transition. I wasn't ready for it.
you ever see Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Don't ask me that. You know the answer to that.
I'm pretty sure that's
Oh my
collectively our
God.
favorite movie.
Yeah,
still.
it is.
Yeah, we both enjoy that movie very much. If you haven't seen it,
It's not even like that it's one of our favorite
it is
movies
legitimately
each.
my number
It's-
one favorite
and
movie.
it is also my number one
Yeah.
favorite movie.
If you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, please go see it. I think it is very underrated. I think it was a very underrated film.
I think I'm ready for some theater near enough by to do like a replay and a party type thing
That'd be super cool.
where they show it because I would go. I would go.
Yeah, it's directed by Edgar Wright, which is wow, what a amazing director. The plot is this young man falls in love with this young lady who has an interesting past,
Like you do.
and her baggage comes back to haunt her in a interesting way, I can say, and that I think is vague enough to make people want to see it, but also doesn't give away any good details.
I made a few tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Oh, it was hashtag explain a film plot badly. And it used to be my pinned tweet, but now I've swapped them out for small space tweets.
Mm.
Mm.
There we go.
I'm getting it. But one of them was what did I say? A bassist dumped his. I think I said a bassist dumped his fake high school girlfriend for the girl of his dreams, but she has a lot of baggage. And that's explain a film plot badly.
Yeah, so there it is. That's pretty spot on, honestly.
Yeah. Go watch it.
But something fantastic that follows through all of Edgar Wright's films are his transitions.
Yes.
I watched Scott Pilgrim again last night for the first time in a good while. Man, those transitions are good.
They are.
Like the
They're crisp.
the one where the first time he sees Ramona, and he like spaces out in the library, and then he's like instantly at band practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole scene. No, actually, I'm pretty sure the first time I watched it, the first time both of us, Nathan and I watched it together for the first time each. I said that more complicated. Or I had a
You
hard
and Nate
time.
watched it, and it was also the first time you had both seen it.
Yes, thank you. First time we watched it, it got to that scene, and they ended up at the party, and we were like, we're not paying attention.
I just didn't
But
notice.
what just happened, and where are we?
Yeah.
We like rewound it, and we're like, okay, that was awesome, but you're not ready for it. And
Not at all. Like, you have to be paying attention.
Yeah. And so now that like I'm ready for it, I'm like, and I just watch because I know exactly what's about to happen.
And you're just like,
and I'm like, that's still just so
oh,
amazing.
It's so smooth.
how like
Mm-hmm.
and the band practice lasts like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's somewhere else, and then they're on the So good.
Also,
Also,
the first time you said the Star Wars joke, I definitely didn't get it. So the second time, I was honestly just listening and trying to make myself get it. And then I
and you
thought
still
myself,
don't get it.
no, I get it. There was only one war. There's only one war that's being fought. So it's like,
Well, no, it is a legitimate question.
I mean, like, I think they're all smaller battles of one big war.
Yeah.
So it's a Star War, but it
Oh my
does
god.
sound dumb.
Speaking of Star Wars,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
This is one of the things I wanted to talk about that I forgot to put on the list, and I just remembered.
Oh,
And it's a good
no.
transition.
Transition, baby.
We have a oh boy, we have a leader of the free world, a president of the United States. We have that. That's a person that exists,
Yeah.
and a specific one.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume based on my transition and what I'm talking about now, you haven't heard what he said.
No. I have been... Let me tell you how the last few days have gone for me, okay? I haven't been on social media or read anything. I have legitimately been playing Fortnite and sleeping.
Okay, so
So...
the short version is I tried to find more backstory to why this was even being said. Donald Trump, because that's his name. I just realized we hadn't said his name yet. Donald J. Trump
The J stands for juvenile.
said, he said something. He was giving a speech, something about some military weapons that we just got, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And he said, "You wouldn't be going to Mars if anyone else won. If he didn't win the election, we wouldn't be going to Mars. And I'm like, I know you're not taking my boy Elon's credit for going to Mars.
Wait.
Or saying that, like, he's able to do it because of something you did. Because I feel like he was going whether or not you gave him, like, whatever. And so he's now like, but that's not even, that was my personal, like, I have to defend my baby boy.
Yeah. Well, I want to touch on that real quick. Does I don't know how to say the words I want to say without being offensive. You know what? Let's just continue. Let's just go on.
We'll continue. So that wasn't the main thing he said. That's,
right.
That's one of the things that I personally heard because
Of
I
course.
heard it like that. I heard,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't think he was talking about SpaceX or Elon or any of that.
I just feel like no one else is really trying to go to Mars right now.
But I don't know why he was saying it. That's what I mean. I couldn't find the backstory.
Like, who else is going to
Well,
Mars right now?
that's not the point. The point is he said something else. And that was the main thing.
Oh, wow. Well, interesting, because I'm already upset about this.
He wants to warify space. He said, I was thinking the other day. I'm like, oh no. It's bad when he starts a sentence like that.
You probably shouldn't do that.
The other day I had a thought. Oh, and you said it out loud, didn't you? Oh, it didn't go through any filters, did it? Okay. And he says, I had a thought that space is like a war-fighting territory, and we need to be the first people to, like, colonize it in that sense. And he was like, why not? He's like, we have the Navy and the Marines, the Army and the Air Force. He's like, so we got land, sea, and sky. He's like, why don't we have the Space Force, we'll call it. He wants to create the Army of Space. And
No, not to
and I don't know what to think about it.
I mean, so on one hand, you know, like, come on. But on the other hand, you're telling me you don't want to fly around space shooting bad guys.
So I saw like
where the fuck do I sign up for that?
right? I saw, I think it was like a tweet, and it was like, I can't believe that we have a president that sleeps with porn stars and prostitutes and wants to create a space army, and I still don't like him. And I was like,
That's fair.
Like,
That's a good point.
that's what it means whenever they're like, be careful what you wish for because you'll get it, but
Yeah,
you
not
know,
what you want.
you get $1 million, but your dad dies, you know. Yeah. You know how genies have like
You win a free card,
loopholes.
but your dog gets raped.
Did you ever read the Monkey's Paw?
Did I ever read it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Or watch it because they
No.
made it into a crappy movie too
No.
forever ago. You know what the Monkey's Paw is?
I know of
There's
it.
a lucky monkey's paw
Yeah.
that's haunted or
Yeah,
whatever.
and like you
And-
can make so many wishes, but they are all like,
But something
yeah,
always happens from it. And
Yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah.
That's our monkey's paw.
Hmm.
Donald Trump wanting a space army is our monkey's paw.
Yeah, but TBH though, I would totally be on Space Army. Like, can you imagine like walking into a bar and be like, "So what do you do?" Yeah, I'm part of the Space Army.
Space army.
Yeah, I shoot bad guys in space. It's really hard.
Space army, I'm like, I get getting the tattoo about it. Let's move on.
All right, so
before I get in trouble.
So we actually had to fire somebody from Small Space. We'll be hosting auditions.
Submit your submission to smallspacestuff@gmail.com.
Much like only Justin and Matt send us an email. They're like,
Yeah.
we don't even want to replace anybody. We just kind of want to be there.
Oh,
Do you
God.
think we'll ever have guests on Small Space?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's open for expansion?
Oh, yeah.
At least to guests.
Mhm.
What do you think about adding full-time people.
Like on the show or
I mean, also behind the scenes, but maybe also like other hosts on the show
I don't know.
at an eventual point. I didn't mean to.
We'll have to see where we go.
I didn't mean to spring that on you live.
No,
it just
I
like popped up, and I was like, I think personally, so like the way that I see this going in my brain, if everything works the way that it should,
I just
hopefully.
burped like 3 times in
I
a row.
saw it. I
It was
felt
like,
it. How'd it feel? Cool. So I see it like this. We start out just us boys, just a couple of boys talking about things and whatnot. And then
Yeah, we should
eventually-
start that way.
Here we are.
Oh, cool.
10 weeks in. And then, at a later date, we had a few more boys to help us record things and edit things and maybe feature a couple on some podcasts. You know, not regularly, but here and there. And then maybe eventually they become a smaller part of small space. You know, like a separate thing. Who knows? That's how I'd like to see it go in my head. And then we just have like there's us, and then we got little people.
Small space 1, small space 2.
Right.
Vsauce 1, Vsauce 2, Vsauce 3.
Correct.
You're like, yeah.
You know what I meant. Or be like one of those channels that just own people. Like Rooster Teeth.
We own people?
Like Rooster Teeth owns SB7.
Yeah.
Funhouse.
Yeah.
Couch out.
When you word it that way,
Yeah.
it sounds
completely
like
different.
we're going back a number of years.
Not like that. That's a bad thing. I meant like where one company.
Are you saying you're not on board with owning people?
Nope, not at all.
Oh, okay. You don't think that humans should own other humans as property?
No,
Really?
not at all.
Huh.
Not even in the
In
slightest.
2018.
Yep.
Wow.
How preposterous, right?
I'm real scared. I'm going to go ahead and say, obviously I'm joking and being sarcastic, but I'm like, for any reason in the future when people care, they can take that clip without the part of me saying I'm being sarcastic and just cut that clip.
Yeah.
And be like, listen to what he said.
Listen to this racist fuck. He's even sitting across from a black guy.
And I'm like, ugh. I mean, that should have been clue number 1. Like,
Yeah, it's true. I mean, well,
I'm not going to say that.
yeah, true.
Even if I thought
Mm-mm.
it. It works both ways.
It does.
You know what we
Kinda
should do
like
now?
Gates.
Oh,
What's that?
wait, what about gates? They work both ways?
You know, some gates open both ways.
Doors as well. Some of them.
Very few, though. Far less doors open both ways than gates do. How many doors in this apartment open both ways?
In this apartment?
Yeah.
None.
Exactly. How many?
How many gates in this apartment open both ways?
That one outside by the pool. It opens both ways.
I don't even. I was counting this
Just write that
apartment.
How many doors open both ways in this apartment complex?
Thank you. I don't know. I haven't
0.
explored this entire.
It's 0.
I've only explored your little world.
It's 0. But yeah, I guess you're right. Some doors do open both ways, and I did not think about it.
You know what else goes both ways?
What's that?
Our commentary on the Small Space Music Club.
Oh, that one.
Does it hurts you?
Oh, that one.
That's how I feel every time you do it, and that's why I'm doing it now.
But it was
Because I
so
need you to
good.
experience what I feel.
I love it though. It's like a good hurt. It's like burning yourself or dying. So let's talk about music.
What did I have?
You had "Damn" by Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, I did.
I'm not excited. I
Okay,
completely
so
forgot you
here's
had
the
that
thing.
album.
Here's what we have to talk about. You said, I feel like you don't even know me sometimes.
Maybe it's because you don't let me know you sometimes. Introspective. Hey, are those guys gay? Hey, that was a man hand.
And another man hand! He touched his man hand, onto that man's man hand.
This is the show where we peak always.
So yeah,
I don't fucking care anymore.
eventually we'll be able to fix that.
Nah.
Okay, so you said that I'm gonna hate this album.
Mm-hmm. I really thought you would. I really think you did.
It was honestly my favorite one you've given me so far.
No fucking way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my god. I love Kendrick Lamar.
I do, and I like that album.
It was just, well, okay. So, I've heard a bit of it
Mm-hmm. We've listened to
without realizing that it was from this particular album.
Yeah.
Because you play it a lot.
A lot.
There was a lot of it I still hadn't heard.
Right.
I like this one like a little more produced than his Untitled and Mastered, you know?
Yeah, because it's like a full album.
And a little cleaner on like the edges,
Mm-hmm.
you know. His flow game,
Mm-hmm.
if you will,
Yeah.
is it's pretty good.
Yeah.
He'll just change it up
So quickly.
on a dime.
Yeah, it's so good.
And beyond that, something that I noticed was happening, and then it kept happening, and I was waiting on it to like annoy me,
Mm-hmm.
and it never did. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But not only does he change like his flow and rhythm and everything, he'll change the entire track behind him,
Like
and he'll keep going over it with something else. Change the track, especially like on that. I think it was the last track or the one before that,
Duckworth.
where it changes. It changes like over and over again. And you're just
a
like,
couple of
"Gah!"
times. Mhm.
I thought that was real cool.
I love it.
And yeah, he speaks some stuff in there.
He fucking does.
Yeah.
Like there is some stuff and some words that he says that are, damn.
I get it. So, no, yeah, I got it beforehand. So yeah, I mean, it was just good. My least favorite track.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess what it is?
Either DNA or Humble.
Absolutely not.
Oh, then no.
I liked Humble a lot.
Humble. I heard Humble 8 million times.
My least favorite track
Mm-hmm.
is Love. Love me.
Oh,
I hate that song.
yeah, I can see like that
I
one.
hate that song.
Pride was my favorite one,
Literally, I love every other track,
but
and
Love.
I hate that one.
How ironic. 'Cause those words are
Yeah, I know, right? Because that's
opposites.
the opposite of what it said. And I don't know. That just seems like a lot of the like mainstream poppy type music that's out right now, like the what's his name, Post Malone. You know,
The stuff of his that you don't
a
like.
bunch of the hip hop stuff that's
I got you.
really more poppy, like that song.
Mm-hmm.
That felt like he needed a radio song or something.
You know what's surprising?
It's not on the radio yet.
Not on the radio at all. Humble and DNA are the two.
That's
or actually,
so
I think
weird.
it's just Humble.
I
don't know that.
because I listened to that, I'm like, I feel like you're just trying to make somebody happy that we don't need to care about them being happy.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
I mean, he probably actually likes the song or whatever, but I hate it.
Gotcha.
But
But everything else had.
wait. I already decided by the end of it
Mhm.
that I was like here for it, and then the last like 30 seconds of the album happened, and I was like,
Oh, part about the KFC and
I don't know about that.
maybe that's earlier in that song.
No, I mean the end of the album. It got me messed up. I'm not gonna say it here because some people,
May not have heard it.
Matt,
Oh,
some people
Matt.
keep up with.
yeah, with listening, and we
with
don't ruin it for
the
them.
music club.
Yeah.
And he just said recently, by the way, that he enjoys the club, and he's expanding his horizons based on our suggestions.
Something else he said, kind of related to the music club, is that he said he would like to see a monthly movie club.
Yeah, he'd be down with that.
I guess
He said a few other things that I don't want to talk about right now.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
But
Yeah. So what would you rate it?
9 out of 10.
I like it.
I can't give it a 10 because I feel like I can't give anything a 10.
Yeah, I think if I give anything a 10, it'd be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I would probably give it a 9.5 if Love wasn't on there. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had.
Threw a curveball at you right there.
You did actually. I was really expecting you to be like, so yeah, I hated it. So I had Dark Matter by Less Friction. Lay Friction, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was very dancey kind of, like, I don't, maybe not dancey, but like.
I was like, okay.
Like, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know how to describe it. Like, I couldn't get into it
Okay.
at all.
All right.
And I don't know why. Because, it checked some boxes. I was like, okay, but then, I don't even, know. I'm torn on it, I guess. I don't know.
That makes me sad.
Maybe it's something that I'll give a re-listen at some point. But, meh. I can give a 5 out of 10. I don't like how
Well, all right.
sad you are about that.
I
don't like
I felt
that.
pretty good about that one, but
I don't know. To be fair.
I mean, not as a whole. Yeah, I feel, but I thought there would be a couple of things that you'd be like, that for sure specifically, but that's fine.
I don't like how upset you are about
I'll
it.
just
Hey.
They touched man hands again. They did it twice.
Name is Gay Boys.
Touch one man hand to my man hand once. Shame on you.
Touch it twice.
Touch my man hand with your man hand. Whoa.
Homosexual.
I had a heart attack right there. I'm sorry.
Mini stroke.
A little mini stroke.
Must be all the bacon grease I rub on myself every morning. When I wake up, put it in my coffee.
I like to mix my bacon grease with my coffee.
So yeah. Do you have an album for this week?
I do.
Would you like to present it?
I would. This is going to be an album, actually, of a band that I have played with.
Oh.
That is how I found this band.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got big after we played with them.
We may have talked about this at one point in
Probably.
time. Mm-hmm.
I've probably played this whole album for you before, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to give it to you.
I'm down.
This is going to be Seryn.
Don't remember that.
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced.
I thought we talked about it at Wingstop, but maybe not.
I don't know. Oh, well. This is going to be Seryn.
Mm.
What is the album I'm giving you? I'm mixing up the words all of a sudden. I just blanked out as I was doing it. I was like, we. This is where we are.
This is where we are.
This is where we are.
By
I don't know what I almost called it.
by sirens.
Seryn.
By serums.
It's like Siren, but different.
Serums. Cylinders.
No, that's nothing like Siren, but that is different. I have a friend that, with another friend, that they're barely my friends. They're acquaintances. But they had a song called Cylinders, and it gets stuck in my head every now and then. And
Is it a good
there's
song?
no recording of it. I remember liking it.
Does that make it good?
I need to reach out to them and be like, hey, is that song still a thing somewhere?
Does liking a song actually make it good, though?
No.
Hmm.
Well,
That gets into a whole field of
there's a whole
subjectiveness.
thing. We can't
So,
even get into that right now.
Speaking of subjective, I am subjective to liking this album because I've heard it a lot of times. And it is Because of the Internet by Childish Gambino.
All right.
Optional challenge. You can do it if you'd like. You don't have to. And for those of you listening, you could also do it if you'd like, but you don't have to. He wrote a screenplay that goes along with the album. You read it and it tells you when to play certain songs through the album. It's a cool experience. If you have the time, you should.
Probably not going to do it, but
it's pretty. It's a really
if I
good
have time, I
screenplay. On its own, just that given, but yeah.
also, we did have a comment from Justin. Justin said a fan submitted album. I didn't read it. That's not how this works, Justin.
Oh, I know it. It's he said if you want to. I remember.
Yeah.
We'll give him his 2 seconds here. Bobby Tarantino 2 by Logic.
Yeah, we never talk about him.
Never.
So.
It's actually pretty good. I've listened to a good bit of it. If you like Logic and people who talk fast with words, you'll like this.
I was saying, I don't know what kind of establishment you think we're running. That you think we're going to listen to more than one album a week.
I probably will.
I had every intention to listen to it. I just
don't let him.
Been real busy. No, really, I did.
I listened to most of it.
I typically listen to the album on the way here, and that's enough time for one album.
Right.
So,
I normally listen to it when you're like, okay, I'm leaving, and I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't listened to my album yet.
So I'll try to catch that one for next week.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. I'll listen to the rest of it. We'll talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
thanks for the input.
The point that I'm making
Justin and Matt.
The point that I'm making now is that
oh my god.
Do you have anything else to add?
No.
I'm done. No,
wait.
That was it. That was the point.
No, that wasn't the end of a sentence.
It was. It just wasn't.
The point that I'm making now is that
that's the end of the sentence. Is that? That was the end.
Remember that thing I said about killing you in your sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about that again.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Ending this podcast.
I'm thinking about all the places you can find us, which is SoundCloud, YouTube, Google Play Music, and iTunes Podcasts. We're available new episodes every Friday. That is all. I did not think of a way to end that before I started it. I'm real good at doing that.
Sometimes I just start sentences and I don't even know where they're going.
Sometimes.
Oh,
all right.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good week. Bye.
It's dead. I'm just kidding. It's not dead.